Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in life when we must make a decision that will redefine our destiny. A moment when we choose between remaining in bondage or stepping into the freedom that we were created to walk in. One of the most difficult but necessary decisions is leaving a narcissist. This is not just a separation of two people. It is a battle for identity, purpose, and wholeness. A narcissist does not just occupy space in your life. They consume your essence, draining your strength, manipulating your thoughts, and distorting your sense of self. They thrive on control, deception, and emotional bondage. When you walk away from a narcissist, you are not just leaving a person, you are reclaiming your soul, your mind, and your divine assignment. But freedom comes with consequences. You must be prepared for the challenges that follow. For the battle is not only external, but internal. Today I will share with you the key consequences of leaving a narcissist. These truths will prepare you for the journey, equip you with wisdom, and strengthen your resolve. You see, freedom is never cheap, but it is always worth it. When you understand the cost, you will not be shaken by the trials that come after. The battle for identity. When you leave a narcissist, the first battle you will face is not with them, it is with yourself. The greatest war is not external, it is the fight for your own identity. You see, a narcissist does not just hurt you. They rewrite your perception of who you are. Over time, they plant seeds of doubt, fear, and unworthiness in your mind, and you begin to believe their lies. When you walk away, you do not just leave behind a toxic relationship. You are forced to confront the distorted image of yourself that they created. The moment you break free, you will hear the whispers of insecurity. Thoughts will arise. Was it really that bad? Maybe I was the problem. What if I never find love again? These are not just thoughts, they are chains. Chains that were placed on your soul by someone who needed you to be weak in order for them to feel strong. But hear me today. You are not who they said you are. Your worth is not measured by their validation, and your identity is not defined by their manipulation. This is why many people struggle after leaving a narcissist. They are physically free, but mentally enslaved. They still crave approval, still seek closure, still wait for an apology that will never come. But you do not need an apology to be free. You do not need their permission to heal. The moment you walked away, you declared your value, whether they acknowledge it or not. But rebuilding your identity takes time. You must renew your mind, uproot the lies, and replace them with truth. You must surround yourself with voices that remind you of who you were before the narcissist entered your life. Because the truth is, you were never weak. You were conditioned to believe you were. You were never unworthy. You were taught to see yourself through their broken lens. This battle will not be easy. There will be moments when you feel lost, moments when the pain tries to redefine you, but you must stand firm. The narcissist took enough from you. Do not let them take your future as well. This is the time to reclaim your identity, to rebuild your confidence, and to step into the person you were always meant to be. The storm of emotional withdrawal. Freedom often comes with withdrawal symptoms. Just as the body craves a substance it has been addicted to, the soul craves the toxic connection it has known for so long. A narcissist creates an emotional dependency, one that leaves you feeling lost when you finally walk away. You will feel the pull to reach out. You will feel the desire to check on them. to see if they miss you, to hear their voice one last time. But do not mistake emotional attachment for love. What you are feeling is not love, it is conditioning. You were trained to depend on them for validation, for emotional highs and lows, for a sense of purpose. And now that they are gone, it feels like a part of you is missing. This is why many return, not because the narcissist changed, but because the pain of withdrawal feels unbearable. But let me remind you, pain is not a sign that you should go back. It is proof that you are healing. Every moment of discomfort, every tear you shed is a step toward breaking the addiction. You must resist the urge to numb the pain with distractions, with new relationships, or with toxic patterns. Feel the discomfort, but do not let it drive you back into bondage. Find healthy ways to fill the emptiness through faith, through self-reflection, through building new, healthy connections. And most importantly, recognize that this storm will pass. The emotions that feel overwhelming today will lose their power tomorrow. You are not weak for feeling the pain. You are human. But what defines you is not the pain itself. It is your decision to endure it without turning back. The retaliation of the narcissist. A narcissist does not release their grip easily. When you leave, they will not congratulate you on your freedom. They will fight to reclaim their control. You see, to them, you were not just a person. You were a source of power, validation, and supply. When you remove yourself, they feel the emptiness you once filled, and their response is retaliation. They may try to lure you back with apologies, false promises, and desperate attempts to convince you that they have changed. If that does not work, they will resort to anger, manipulation, and even threats. They will accuse you of being the villain. They will rewrite history to make themselves the victim. They will attempt to make you doubt your decision, to make you feel guilty for walking away. But do not be deceived. This is not love, this is control. This is not regret, this is damage control. A narcissist does not change because they lost you. They panic because they lost their grip on you. They do not chase you because they love you. They chase you because they hate losing. You must prepare for this retaliation. Set boundaries that cannot be crossed. Do not engage in arguments. Do not respond to their provocations. Do not fall for their emotional games. They will push every button they installed in you, but you must refuse to react. And when the battle intensifies, remind yourself why you left. You did not leave because you were weak. You left because you finally realized your strength. You walked away because you chose peace over chaos, freedom over bondage, truth over deception. Do not let their retaliation shake your resolve. Stand firm, knowing that the battle may be fierce, but your freedom is worth it. The isolation and smear campaign. Leaving a narcissist is not just a personal decision. It is an act of war in their eyes. When they realize they can no longer control you, they will attempt to control how others see you. One of their most vicious tactics is the smear campaign, a calculated effort to destroy your reputation, credibility, and relationships. They will twist the truth, fabricate stories, and paint themselves as the victim. They will reach out to mutual friends, family members, and even colleagues to turn them against you. You may suddenly find yourself abandoned by people who once supported you. Isolation is a powerful tool in their arsenal because they know that when you feel alone, you are more vulnerable to returning to them. At first, this betrayal will feel unbearable. The people who once celebrated you will now whisper about you. Some will believe the lies because it is easier to side with the narcissist than to confront the truth. Others will distance themselves simply to avoid conflict. You may feel like you are losing everything: friends, support, and even your sense of belonging. But hear me today. Do not defend yourself to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. A narcissist smear campaign is built on deception, and trying to prove your innocence to people who do not want to see the truth is a waste of energy. Instead, let your actions speak louder than their lies. The truth has a way of revealing itself over time. This season of isolation is not punishment. It is purification. The people who walk away were never meant to go with you into your next chapter. Do not mourn those who chose deception over truth. Be grateful that their departure made room for genuine connections. The right people will see the truth in time, and those who do not were never truly for you. Hold your peace. Stay silent when they expect you to fight. Let the storm pass. The smear campaign is temporary, but your character, integrity, and destiny are eternal. When you remain steadfast, the lies will crumble under the weight of truth, and you will emerge stronger, wiser, and surrounded by people who genuinely support you. The temptation to return. Walking away from a narcissist is one battle, but staying away is another. In the days, weeks, and even months after leaving, there will be moments when the past calls you back. Nostalgia will whisper, memories will replay, and you will be tempted to believe that maybe, just maybe, they have changed. The mind has a way of romanticizing what was once painful. You will remember the good moments and minimize the bad. You will convince yourself that things were not that toxic, that you overreacted, that love requires endurance. The narcissist, sensing your hesitation, may reappear with grand gestures, apologies, promises, and declarations of change. But hear me clearly, a narcissist does not change. They adapt their tactics. What you are experiencing is not a sign to return. It is a test of your strength. The enemy always offers a counterfeit right before the breakthrough. If you go back, the cycle will repeat, but the damage will be greater. The pain you felt before will be magnified, and the next escape will be even harder. Instead of giving in to temptation, remind yourself why you left. Write down the moments that broke you, the words that shattered you, the manipulation that exhausted you. Read it when doubt creeps in. Surround yourself with people who will hold you accountable, who will remind you of the truth when your emotions try to deceive you. Understand this. Healing feels unfamiliar at first, but that does not mean it is wrong. You are learning how to live without chaos, without walking on eggshells, without seeking permission to exist. It may feel uncomfortable now, but in time, peace will feel like home. Stay the course. The life waiting for you is far greater than the illusion pulling you back. The journey to self-healing Leaving a narcissist is the beginning of healing, but it is not the healing itself. Freedom from them does not automatically heal the wounds they inflicted. It is possible to be out of the relationship but still bound by the trauma. Healing is intentional and it requires work. For years, you have been conditioned to live in survival mode, to anticipate their reactions, to shrink yourself, to endure cycles of love and rejection. Even after they are gone, your mind may still operate in that pattern. You may struggle with self-worth, with trust, with the fear of being hurt again. But healing does not happen by accident. It happens by choice. You must give yourself permission to grieve. Grieve the lost time, the lost love, the person you once were. But do not stay there. Do not let grief turn into guilt or regret. Use it as fuel to rebuild, to rediscover who you are, apart from their influence. Invest in yourself, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Seek therapy, read books on healing, engage in self-reflection. Surround yourself with people who speak life into you. Most importantly, reconnect with your Creator, the one who designed you for more than suffering. True healing is not just about moving on. It is about becoming whole. There will be days when you feel like you are making no progress. Days when triggers arise, when you feel weak, when you question your ability to ever love or trust again. But healing is not linear. It is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate the small victories. If you went a day without thinking about them, that is progress. If you set a boundary and kept it, that is progress. And one day you will wake up and realize that the pain no longer controls you, that the scars remain, but they no longer bleed, that you are no longer a survivor, you are a conqueror. And in that moment, you will see that leaving was not just about escaping them. It was about finding yourself again. The power of walking in your true purpose. The enemy's greatest fear was never losing you. It was you discovering who you were created to be. A narcissist's mission is not just to hurt you. It is to distract you from your purpose. Because when you know who you are, they can no longer manipulate you. When you walk in your calling, their power over you is broken. Everything you went through was meant to silence you, to weaken you, to convince you that you were unworthy. But what the enemy meant for evil, God will use for good. The very pain that tried to destroy you will become the foundation of your purpose. Your story, your resilience, your wisdom, these are the tools you will use to help others break free, but you must embrace the calling. Do not waste your suffering by staying bitter. Do not let the pain make you afraid of love, afraid of life, afraid of trusting again. You were not meant to live in fear. You were meant to rise. Begin to walk boldly in the direction of your destiny. If you always wanted to start a business, do it. If you have a story to tell, write the book. If you have wisdom to share, mentor others. If you have love to give, give it freely. But this time to those who deserve it. The greatest revenge against the narcissist is not hatred. It is success. It is joy. It is living a life so full, so abundant, that they become irrelevant. They wanted to break you, but instead they built you. They wanted you weak, but instead you became unstoppable. So walk forward. Do not let the past define you. Do not let fear limit you. Step boldly into the life you were created for. Because the moment you left them, you were not just escaping abuse, you were stepping into your destiny. And the best is yet to come. Ladies and gentlemen, leaving a narcissist is not just an act of self-preservation, it is an awakening. It is the moment you reclaim your identity, your freedom, and your purpose. Yes, the journey will be hard. Yes, there will be trials, but nothing worth having comes without a price. Do not look back. Do not entertain the lies. Do not let the pain define you. Instead, rise, heal, step into your purpose, and remember, the greatest comeback is not revenge. It is transformation. The person you are becoming is far greater than the one you left behind. Walk boldly, for your best days are not behind you, they are ahead of you.